Why did we start with that? Are you telling me we started with him saying, "How may I service you
No,
today?"
technically we started with you saying, "Tell me you didn't start with."
Oh, goody. Well, now we know what he said.
Hello and welcome. To Path of Dragons. It's been a
Dragons.
while.
It's
Just
been
a
too long.
little bit. Yeah. It's nice to see you again. Aaron or whoever who
Yeah.
wants to.
What? Who?
When last we left our
Who's Aaron?
heroes.
Uh,
What happened last time,
I
guys?
think I will recap that.
please, Stu.
Last session, which was oh so long ago, managed to um be quite an eventful thing. Me and Jaren left the Yerzexu's house, and earlier, just before me and Jaren left, me and my sister, Leilani, went to the forest to kill a hag, after presumably attaining my freedom. It didn't happen for long, but Leilani learned more about her heritage, and I got more annoyed and may have burnt a house down. Afterwards, Leilani went back to the Erzexu's place to help Philip headed antics try to be king, and me and Jaren, went on to the nearby city to gather clothes for our disappearance to Scarfate. And where we left is whenever we summoned what's his face? The imp?
Dire.
Dire. We summoned Dire to teleport us to Scarfate.
Respectable. Speaking of which, we immediately start. You have appeared back at Scarfate in a puff of smoke. You are in Chiron's throne room. You appear there. First thing you notice is the walls look nicer. And there are more people in here. They look like Knights of the Vale, that church that tried to come by. You see, sitting on the throne, is Chiron. Except for he has skin this time.
He's alive.
And he sees you and immediately, ah! Hello, friends. It has been far too long. How are you?
Jaren just kind of looks around.
There are
This
knights.
place, I don't think
There are
he's
knights of the
never
Vale,
seen this
basically
place
just
like
fixing up
this.
the place, and priests and
Mhm.
stuff.
What happened while we were away?
The knights found a way to cure me, and they're fixing up the place. In fact, Scarfate is now cured of undeath.
That's wonderful.
Yes. Though,
Really?
unfortunately, me and Charon are still the only living people here.
Karen,
I remember. Karen. Are still the only
how
living
dare you forget
members
Karen?
of Scarfate. We're working on that. Though I still have my army of undead. But
I
that's...
see you've spruced up the place.
Yes. Yes, we did. We're fixing it up right now.
Nice. Very nice. I see you probably have noticed a couple of our troop missing.
Yes. What happened to that?
That's a story. Devossary, would you
We
please
may
explain?
have lost them. The troop kind of broke up.
Ah. How did that happen?
Frankly, his dad got in the way. Well, there's a fight between his dad and the troop leader's dad.
Oh. I see.
It's really big.
Full scale, all island war.
Ah.
Not even Scarfate will be away from it.
Starfate probably won't be a part of it unless you make it a part of it, because most people don't think Scarfate has life.
Is that why you came?
A little bit, yeah. We're not trying to enlist you in the army or anything, goodness no, but yeah.
Ah.
I came to ask for help. And I'm sure you are aware how difficult it is for me to do that.
Yes, it looked like you had a little lump in your throat.
That's the Adam's apple, actually.
Oh.
So, Jaren, of anybody, he would not be aware.
Is skin this itchy all the time?
Only about 30% of it.
Oh.
Jaren just kind of shrugs and says, I wouldn't know.
Yes, unfortunately. Jeez. Well, knights, if you would please leave. And the knights nod and bow and leave the room. What exactly have you come here for, Jar?
First, Philip is making a mistake. He is allying with other Lord Ozexu. Against the other lords of the kingdom.
Does that name have
Because,
any meaning to you?
yes,
To me.
sorry.
Rizexu?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe it was a lowly lord a long time ago.
Still kind of a lowly lord, but much more important now, and kind of related to the royal family.
Oh.
Philip is allying with my father to prepare. He was going to attempt to avoid a war, but I do not believe that will be possible with my father involved.
Another
Yeah.
good thing to inform you on the Urzexus, it's that pretty much all of them are scumbags.
Yes,
I see.
we are all pieces of shit.
And
Your family.
you wish for my help? In what way?
I don't want to be a part of this.
If
I
this
wish.
war is inevitable, then unfortunately, young Mr. Ossory, I believe everyone will be. whether they want to or not.
And aside from that, I will need some help doing some magical research.
Well, I can help with that.
Jarin
I
specifically was trying to enlist the
Yes.
help of the church that was stationed on this island.
I was.
Well, the leader of these knights is here if you wish to speak with him.
Yes.
But what do you want from me?
I wish to help Philip in his crusade, per se, against his betrayer father. His father killed the king to become the king. Philip was trying to show that, but he was trying to ally with my father to do so, and I cannot help him in that, with my father being involved. But Philip does not care that my father is the scum. Sorry. I want to help Philip without helping my father. And to do that, I must fight against him. He must be brought to our level.
You in what army?
Your army.
Jaren,
Yes.
I'm going to give you a little bit of advice for the next time you have one of these conversations. With lack of a better term, don't beat around the bush. State
What?
your purpose. I did not.
Dorsey, was I beating around the bush?
Yes.
You wish for my army of undead to join your fight. Is that correct?
I do.
Yes.
For I have no other army.
I see.
And the Veil is what it's called, right?
Yes, Church of the Veil.
And the Church of the Veil may potentially be with my father. I am sure.
Can you roll diplomacy?
No. Okay. Nah, bad. That's a 14. With a plus 10, so I rolled a 4.
Okay. Alright.
Honestly, not bad.
Be worse. You know.
Jaren,
Yes, Kyron.
first, next time you wish to ask for someone's army, ask for someone's army.
Okay.
And second, my army is yours.
What, really?
Yes.
Ow. That is
Jaren just looks at Devasri like, it work.
Devasri is
What?
just like a sort of face.
What?
You seem confused.
I am.
My army is yours to command.
I didn't think that would work.
What? That worked?
Yes. Though, more suggestion, next time, don't be act surprised. It might make...
Surprised.
I know, but next time, don't act surprised. They might see that as less than favorable and rescind their offer. Just giving you pointers. You don't seem used to this.
I'm not. Oh, or then, thank you.
No.
It is greatly appreciated.
One last thing, Jar. This war that you believe will come to pass, do you believe to be inevitable?
Yes.
Scarfate requires protection. If enough of my army is destroyed, they will return here. Understood?
Of course.
Good.
I understand.
Devasri, what was it you needed?
That's a bit of magical advice.
Yes.
It would be helpful if I could get your presence in the library for a couple of days.
Of course, of course. Jar, if you would just go down to the courtyard, I believe the leader is there, of the Vale. Or at least this group of them.
And Jaren kind of heads outside.
I didn't think you would be that noble.
You didn't think I would be that noble? Or him?
Him.
Everyone has surprises. And Karen takes you to the library.
It seemed as though he wasn't gearing towards that. That's all I was saying.
Yes.
But
Odd.
Everyone does have their surprises. I do need a bit more specific help.
Yes.
I currently there's a thing that I did. I went to a hag in the forest near their woods, and they helped me out, but it was only temporary. Do you think you could give me a bit of help besides that?
And what sort of help do you need?
I can't say.
In a literal sense.
Incredibly.
I see. Well then. Let me see what I can do.
Thank you.
I need you to donate. Kyron is a level 1. He's a level 20 character.
Presumably, he has some way to remove stuff like that,
Yes.
right?
But he's not just a level 20 character. He's also a mythic character.
Oh dear.
He's effectively, if we're going by CR 36.
Oh dear.
Technically it's CR 26 / MR 10. So it's challenge rating and mythic rating. So technically he's a level 30 character.
Aww.
So that's a problem. Well, not for me though.
At least not at this moment. He is going to cast Remove Curse on you.
I thought that wouldn't work.
Whenever you use mythic power, it is.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
Yeah, no, I.
So basically, he uses one of his mythic powers, which is 12 times per day, on his Remove Curse. So, yes, he holds out his hand, and the swirling, this green energy swirls around in his fingers, hopping around as he places his hand on Devasir's forehead. This energy surges within her, and he pulls the curse out and crushes it in his hand.
That feels so much better.
Doesn't it?
I would still like to do some magical training here. Lore doesn't help me much, but practice does.
Yes, of course. And Jar.
is outside.
Yes,
It's going outside.
you have gone outside, and you find, yes, a bunch of priests and knights.
Is one of them the guy we met the first time?
Yes, one of them is this dwarf paladin. He's ordering people
John's
around.
going to walk up to him. Oh, do you remember me?
Yes, I
am
do
John
remember you.
Zexu.
Yes, I remember.
You definitely know my father.
Yes, I do. Or at least know of him.
Who doesn't? I have things I wish to discuss.
What would that be?
My father and the king of Kamlisle.
What about him? I believe he's dead.
Oh, haven't you heard? There's a new king, relatively.
I believe that king had not been chosen yet.
True.
He's still just a
But-
regent, but he's gonna be king soon.
You're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just stuff that Jarn probably should
But-
know.
Will be king.
Yes.
How do I explain this? It's a long story. First, someone tried to frame my father for the death of the king of Kamlisle.
Yes.
The one who did frame him. What's Philip's dad's name?
Firandel.
And he's the lord of what city?
Eastbourne.
The one who did frame my father is Firandel, Lord of Eastbourne. The current regent
Oh,
to become king.
I understand. It's,
I'm assuming you would like proof.
yes, that would be appropriate.
If I had Philip here, I could just ask him, but he is not here. I have this note with me. He would hand him the note
Mm-hmm.
of Firandel pretending to be my father, sending a letter to the orcs. Who's prince? I can clearly see that this is not my father's handwriting. In fact, it's a poor mockery. Look at this way. He doesn't write his M's that way.
Hmm. And why are you telling me?
Because Ferndale is attempting to turn all the lords against my father, claiming he caused the death of the king, so that he may become king. But I am not trying to stop Ferndale from doing that. I am trying to stop him becoming king, so that he may face justice.
Yes. I see.
And as the son of Lord Sexu, I have some knowledge of my father's dealings. They are not entirely ethical.
Mm-hmm.
Worthy of lordship, you might say.
Yeah.
So I would like to stop my father from whatever he is trying to accomplish, as well as stop Firandel from becoming king.
And why are you telling this
And
to
to do
me?
because you, as a high up in the Church of the Vale, you have some leeway. I am asking for the church's help to stop these heathens.
I will see what I can do. I cannot promise anything.
Of course. Please get back to me as soon as you can. It would be greatly appreciated.
Yes. I will. I will try.
Thank you. And Jaren starts to head back inside.
Mm-hmm.
looking for Kyron.
Okay. And what is Devasri doing with Kyron?
The Vassery should just be practicing spells and going over theory.
Okay.
Essentially, just training with Chiron to make herself a bit more effective in a scuffle.
Yeah. So you find Kyron and Devasri in the library.
The watch. Sorry, the Church of the Veil. This. We may have the Church of the Veil on our side. We will see.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
Guess that's helpful.
Listen, I'm as surprised as you are.
Surprised? No, not after Chiron.
Speaking of,
Apathetic?
why
Yes.
are you so willing to help me?
We helped him.
But I'm not talking about we. Why is he willing to help me?
Why am I willing to help you?
Yes.
Well, first, you came to me, which means you thought there was a chance of me being willing to help you.
I thought it would take more convincing.
I've spent quite a long time being a bitter old man. But now I'm alive again. And I don't know how much time I have left. I better help as much people as I can. And you came to me. And I'm atoning for my past sins.
I am very grateful for that. Devasri, how much time do you need here? We have one less
Time
stop.
as I can take.
We have one more stop before we need to. One last stop before we need to prepare fully.
And that is.
I'm going to ask the orcs. Yes, I know. Very funny.
It's hilarious, yeah. Do you seriously need me there?
We need
Are you
all
expecting they'll kill you?
Yes.
Probably right. Oh, I suppose if you must go, I'll get ready. And Devassery will head into a different room to change.
You're going back to the orcs?
Yes, I am. I know it's crazy. But right now, crazy might be the best thing we have. It'll be an unlikely army. Better than nothing.
Yes. Quite right.
I'm not used to this.
To what?
I don't know. Exactly. This, whatever the heck this is. I'm not used to asking for help.
And you got it? Good for you.
Exactly. That's what I'm confused about. I don't usually get help.
You are now. How exciting.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Not so unhappy about it.
Thank you again. Thank you again, Carvin.
You're welcome. Jar.
Sebastian gets back in a much more fun outfit.
Which is?
This time, oh, instead of her, plain brown or gray dress that she alternated between, she looks much more like a jester now, having very colorful and we'll say much no, very very colorful and like baggy clothes, looking almost as if she's a dancer. Having
Jara
a
just kind of looks at her like, what the heck are you
having a full
wearing?
face mask.
What the
Sorry,
heck
what
is
did you
that?
say?
What are you wearing?
What I want to wear.
Absurd. Looks stupid.
So do you. Can we be on our way?
Oh. Okay then. We best be going, Carvin.
Yes.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
I trust the army will be there when called upon.
They will.
Good. We best be off. And Jaren, I guess. Oh, may I have Dyer?
What?
May I have Dyer?
What do you mean?
May I
He
have
wants
Dyer?
him to have. Probably to keep as some sort of pet or something. Probably a familiar,
No.
if I'm being completely honest.
What?
He's helpful to have around. And currently
Exactly.
he is beholden to you. Jaren wants him beholden to him.
That's enough.
All right.
Dyer!
Dyer appears.
Gosh.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
What's the orc? What was the city called that we were in?
I have to remind myself.
Good luck.
Hmm.
I don't think you were ever actually given a name of the city.
We may have been.
The island's Carcona. And I don't.
I'm just gonna say, please take us there.
He looks over to Kyron. Jaren,
Yes. What?
Please take good care of him.
I
Alright.
won't get him in the danger.
Good. You may go. All right. And Dyer takes you. You appear in Carcona.
Great.
Womp.
Fandabatastic. Okay. Time to find the way to back there. Where I got shot in the freaking foot. Okay. I'm gonna try. Jarn's gonna try to find his way back to the city that we were at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where we met the.
Yeah.
You know the Gork.
Yeah, I know. I know.
We all know the Gork.
Who wouldn't? uh.
Dead people.
Hmm.
Dead people don't know the Gork.
You
What?
appear.
A good amount of them, actually.
You appear in that town. And look for where the Gork is.
No, I'm not trying to find the Gork. That's
Oh.
just where the town was.
What are you
That's
trying?
just the most
What are you
notable
trying to
thing
do?
about it.
What are you trying to do then?
Find Baron Wolf's palace place thing.
That we burned down?
Yeah. Except we only burned down one building.
We'll see about that, actually.
Okay. We look at a place. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, certainly.
Jared's going to be walking around. Does anyone look notable of any way? In any way?
Is there anyone in the street?
Yes.
Darren's just gonna walk up to a random orc and start talking in Goblin. Excuse me, could you please, show us to Baron Wolf's place?
Hmm?
Wow, that's insulting.
What?
Goblish?
What?
Really?
I don't know Orcish.
What did you
What
say?
is the orc saying?
You just hear
Okay.
in Orcish, what did you say?
Sorry, in Orcish this time. We were wondering if there might be a place we would be able to find Baron Wolf.
Boy, and why do you want to find Baron Wolf?
We have business to discuss.
In his castle?
Which is... I'm kind of new around here.
He just points in that direction. Reminder, Devasri, you've been in his castle before. You guys burned it down, or at least set it on fire when you left.
Do you remember the last time we were
The
in
orc
that
I'm
castle?
talking to! does not know that I have been here before.
Oh, I know. He just points in that direction.
Thank you. Let's start walking. And I'm going to grab Jaren and drag him that way.
You don't need to drag me.
Oh, but I want to.
That's nice. All right. And Jaren's walking toward to the to the place.
All right.
So, house not having a curse. Because Jaren just assumes that the curse hasn't been there since the witch.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no
Be
response
nice.
to that one.
Must be nice not having a yoke around your neck.
Do you have one? I don't see one.
Clearly.
If you're talking about your family, couldn't you just, leave?
If only it was that easy. No.
You're talking
I
about your
just leave.
face?
No.
Then what's stopping you?
I'm assuming my father knows where I am at all times. He definitely knows I'm here.
Oh, sure, but why should you care?
Because he might come after me.
Because you were doing what? Not wanting to be part of his family?
Not
That's
what he
stupid.
wants.
Oh no. See, that's why you surround yourself with powerful allies, to where whenever he does come and find you, you can shut him up.
Why do you think I'm doing this? It's another reason.
So stop lamenting your woes and start walking faster.
Do you know what this is?
Say
You know
again.
what time of year it is?
Cold?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea if it's out of cold. I'm just assuming it's hot.
The Vessery's response is still the same.
Okay.
Even though Devassery probably does know what time of year it is. Do you have
Go
any point in bringing that up?
on. Complaining.
Thought so. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
So what? I just heard that's a shut up.
What I thought.
It's thought so.
Oh.
Shut up.
Yeah, nah, I don't want.
And we are walking
Makes me
to
feel better.
in that direction that we were pointed to Baronul's place. Vessery is keeping an eye out just in case we are being, watched or something.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I think John would too, considering the last time he walked this way.
27?
Yeah, you're definitely being followed right now. There's someone in the trees.
I haven't even rolled. I haven't even
I'm
rolled
going to-
perception.
I'm going to turn to the person going to the trees and wave at them. Like stop and buy tracks, turn to them, and wave.
Mm-hmm.
Darren's gonna see that and then look up at the trees. Oh, not this. Not this guy again.
You see,
I told you last time.
Hake drop down.
Hake.
That's the name of the orc that
Hake.
shot the guy that shot you.
Oh, yeah. Where's the other orc, Patrick?
What other orc?
You know what other orc? We had him as a companion, didn't we?
Oh yeah, he's an Eastbourne.
A half orc. Yeah.
Oh, goody. Probably dead and buried because he, can't trust an NPC to do a player's job.
No. Last time we trusted an NPC to do a player's job, they were designed to kill that.
No, Aaron. It's don't just Patrick's NPCs to do the player's job.
Fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's the time where they do exactly what they're supposed to, and Ryan's like, I don't trust it.
Time. What would happen if I saw you again?
Hello.
Shut up, Jaren.
Hello.
He
Would you mind escorting
shot
us to
me in the
Darrenwolf's
foot.
castle?
And why
I'll
would
shoot you in the face.
Why would I do that?
Is he speaking common?
Yes.
Or am I just switching? Okay, good. We're speaking common. Because we have business to discuss with him.
You do.
Yes.
You set his
This
house
time
on
we'll actually
fire.
pay him. Yes, this time we'll pay him.
I did no such thing.
Who set his house on fire? This
Philip.
is like Nate trying to remember that.
Philip.
Philip? Yeah, no, that was
Look at that.
Doesn't really matter. You're here.
Can you at least bring us so we can talk?
Yeah, I can do that.
Chain him up if you need to.
Hake will lead you back to the
If you try
fortress
anything, I will
or the
cut
fort.
you.
You see that half of the fort
Me?
is completely burned down.
It was made of wood.
Oh.
And you see
The
Baron
Mastery will
Wolf
just whistle.
helping some of the other orcs dig through the rubble, because it has only been like 4 days.
A day, 2. Yeah, no, not even a week.
Baron Wolf!
Best.
He stops. He's wearing his wolf hood and hide armor, and he slowly turns and sees both of you.
The Mastery will wave cheerfully.
Jaren will wave.
Well,
Just wave.
Well. Look what we
It's a lot
have
of those you
here.
got there.
Daryl slowly walks over, gripping his great axe, or one of his axes. Bold of
Hello.
you to come back. After
Fair
what
point.
you did, I could
Also,
kill you
that-
where you stand.
Didn't do anything.
That
We didn't do anything.
wasn't us.
Guilty by association. You were there,
Does it change anything
you
if I
helped
was
them.
legitimately forced into it?
were you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
What?
You can get his confirmation on this.
you
I
want?
couldn't have said no if I tried.
Can confirm. Yes.
And
Makes
I'm
no
speaking
difference to
Orcish.
me.
I am speaking in Orcish for this out of a supposedly sign of respect. we're coming here both as a warning and an offer. No response, sir.
What?
You know how last job you were hired to do ended in a political upheaval?
Yes.
So the same idiot prince who burned your fort down is about to start a war.
And why does this concern me?
Chances are it's going to hit all the isles.
Jaren's just gonna look at
I can
Jan
protect
Orton.
my own.
Please.
What was that, Aaron?
Please talk in common.
I think, is Barrymore talking in common or is he in Orcish?
Orcish.
No,
Though he
No
is
response.
responding to Jaren in Orcish.
Oh, that's great.
He turns to Jaren. Why, and he's saying this in common, would I bleed my mouth speaking your foul language?
Goblinish.
And that one's demeaning. Trust me when I say this, I don't think any orc wants to speak
Languages I have.
Goblinish.
Neither do I.
You can
And he says
shut
this in
up for a
common.
while while I...
Then don't. I don't care.
In Vishkanye, son of a bitch.
Says you. Also in Fish Kanye.
Jaren just rolls his eyes. In Undercommon, perhaps the talk of the Dwergar.
Or other creatures like that. That one's in common. I don't want to speak that language.
Uh-huh.
Either way, I believe we are willing to offer you aid in returning the damages that the prince caused
What
you.
language are you speaking?
Orcish.
Ah, great.
Again, respect. As well as a decent sum of money for helping us.
What happened to the prince?
After we figured out that his father and the person who sent us on the whole mission to get him back was a murderer, we set him free a while ago. I don't know where he is now. If it is possible, I would find him and help him make his way to you.
Is he at least safe?
He should be,
He's a
but
good boy.
not with the war about to happen. Certainly, and he just about died here, so that idiot prince.
What are you offering?
Again, aid in helping you rebuild here, and some money will let you start that offer.
I don't need
As
money.
well as fair enough. If there's anything else you would want, state it here.
I know.
I really wish I could communicate. I have things to say.
I know.
We don't.
That little idiot prince has a certain stone.
You want it?
No. I don't need the stone. I need to be there when it opens that gate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, actually.
I would like to be there when it's open.
That's doable. So help in relief for rebuilding your fort.
Yes.
I will warn you that the
And if
probable way of
possible,
doing that,
better equipment for my men.
if at all possible, we will better equip them.
I have a great incentive.
I don't know if he'll care. You could probably say it. He does understand you.
You want to know why you should help us, right?
Yes.
Should join us in fighting this war against both the one who is the cause of all of this trouble and my father, who I'm sure you dislike greatly. You were caught in the crossfire. You were being used by the Lord of Eastbourne to cause the death of the King of Kamlisle. You are going to be, army are a part of this, whether you like it or not. You can end this. Keep it so that Lord never becomes king and never starts war with your people. Or you can stay here, have the full might of Kamlisle at your doorstep. You can't hope to defeat that, can you?
In Orcish. Anyways, I can, to the best of my ability, promise that you'll be able to see that door get open.
Where was the incentive there? He's asking Devassery.
Nowhere, actually. That was a threat.
It was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying?
Tell him to never do that again.
Okay. And this isn't common. So, Baron Wolf doesn't want you to do that again, as if you'll notice,
Do what?
you didn't make any full offer other than if he doesn't help
The
his eventual
incentive was
destruction.
self-defense.
Yeah, you made a threat.
Joining us would be self-defense. I was not threatening him. I'm telling him that's what happened.
That's
If he doesn't
still a
help us,
threat.
that's what's going to happen. That's not a threat, that's the truth. And I know it's hard to hear, but unfortunately you need us.
If you didn't know this, which I think you didn't, negotiations? You want to be talking nicely to the person you want help from.
I am talking nicely. I'm telling him
No,
the
you're
truth.
talking quite rude.
I'm not being rude. You're being rude.
Baron Wolf slowly
I'm telling him
walks over to Jaren. He
Hester will
towers
just
over you.
Oh, I know. Remember his face from that night.
He looks down and leans close.
I'm trying to help you.
You're just like your father. He's not good at this either.
That?
Yeah, no,
As
it doesn't pick it up on my
ignoring
computer,
the
but I
next
did
part,
whistle there.
as he says that second part, Jern just kind of quickly takes out his falcata and puts it up to right next to Baron Wolf's. Like, how tall is Baron Wolf?
He's almost 8 feet. Actually, almost not 9 feet
8 feet.
tall.
That is impossible.
He's
I'm
not
pretty sure
a full
orcs do not
orc.
get that tall.
He's not a full orc.
What?
You know,
What's he?
He's a
Why
half
is
orc.
he
large
there?
He's a
creature.
half orc, half giant.
Oh,
Oh, goody. Okay.
yeah.
Wouldn't reach
So
that
as you
tall.
pull out,
What I was about to say. Wait.
He is leaning down to you, by the
As
way.
he says, yes. As he says, how far is he leaning?
face to face.
Face to face.
Says that Jaren quickly takes out his folk like as quick as he can, because guess what? I think I'm making sure of this. I'm looking at my
I
feet.
have that down
I'm
sheet.
going to try to find my feet.
The quick draw.
I have hide weapon,
Oh, yes.
which lets me quick
That's
draw.
the same thing. Okay.
Yes. Which means as I do that, the sword kind of morphs out of the hand into my out of my wrist into my hand, and he grabs the back of Baron Wolf's neck and puts the sword throat. Never say that again.
As he's drawing the sword,
And like all the orcs
into
around you have
that-
pulled their weapons out and pointed at you. Hake is just standing next to you. There's an arrow like poking your cheek.
Devassery has summoned her magic.
That
as well.
you're an idiot if you think pulling that bow will do anything. That arrow's just gonna stop up against my cheek. You pull, and that he dies right here and now. I'm faster than you.
Devassery is going
Go
directly
ahead.
action.
I dare you. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Well, just a little snake. What's your CMD?
My CMD, probably not high enough. I just need to know.
Yeah, no.
You also know
that's
that
gonna be,
Chiron is not Baron Wolf is not as high of a level as Chiron was.
Thank goodness.
He is only level 11.
Killable, but not with his army of orcs and only the two of us.
Yeah, that's the thing. By himself, he'd
my
be just
CMD?
like a hard boss, but for the two of you.
I do, in fact, have quick draw, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, he can have greater rage for 26 rounds.
Raider rage. Let's go. Love that.
Yeah, what is your CMD, Aaron?
Not high enough, probably. My CMD?
Correct.
I'm seeing if I'm making sure nothing's changed about it. What should my base attack bonus be at level 5? Sorry, level 6. One moment, I'm making sure.
Well, let's just say
Making sure
I rolled I rolled a 41. So
a 41.
Yes.
plus 19 and he has an 18. I rolled an
How's
18.
he
That's a
plus
37.
19?
37, sorry.
How in the world does he have a plus 19?
Plus 18?
No, plus
no,
19 and I
Yeah, no,
rolled a
that's
19.
With
How did you
with a
get-
strength,
How did what?
Aaron, base attack bonus of 11.
Yeah.
Strength of really high, and probably the combat maneuver feats to back it up. 19
Base
is
attack
easily
bonus of 11? What level is this character?
11.
11. He's
we
a
were told
he's
this
a
literally
barbarian.
like 10 seconds ago.
Oh, then his base attack, and he's a what class is he?
Barbarian.
Barbarian. That's an 11 base attack bonus.
The sword is like in his neck. He quickly with
It's not in his
his,
neck, obviously.
well, you're holding it up to his neck. He quickly grabs your arm,
Yes.
twists it back, not breaking it, making you drop the sword. He grabs your other arm.
Oh.
He's basically holding you up to him, keeping your hands behind your back, giving you this weird bear hug in a way.
Is that grapple or disarm?
Yeah.
Just for aesthetics, he dropped the sword, but really he just grappled him.
Okay. Yeah.
This isn't going to be a fight because you two would die.
I would
Correct.
not be fighting Baron Wolf.
This
I
is
know.
like the boar. This is like the boar.
Yeah, no, kind of like that one, except this time we would be meant to die.
Yes.
This time you would be supposed to die if you fought Baron Wolf right now.
Correct.
Such vigor, little snake. Unfortunately, you do not put it to good use. He lets go of you.
John quickly picks up the sword. His sword.
You could
I'm
have
trying to help you, damn it.
could have been a good warrior. How unfortunate.
You know who to blame for that.
I do. I do.
And he's who we need to fight as well.
Yes.
He is
I need
the
you
real
to know
enemy.
something, little snake.
Stop calling me that.
We do not have power here, Jaren. Just give it a rest.
Me and my people would have been fine. Many of us would have died, but we would have survived in the end. But there's far more at stake than just this little war. I will fight on my terms. Understood. You will not order me around. I know more than you. I have
My
fought
father has the heart.
more than you.
My father has the heart.
I have killed more than you ever will in your entire lifetime. I will join this war. But it will not be on your side.
To be on your side.
If you wish to join it, you are welcome to. But I will not be under your command. Understood.
Understood.
Good.
Do you know about the heart?
Yes, I do. I wish to be there when the heart is used to open the gate.
My father knows where it is. He saw the map.
Well then, that means he gets to
Yes,
live for a little bit longer.
We don't need him.
No. You don't.
Why do you need him?
What's beyond the gate requires a sacrifice.
How do you know what's beyond the gate?
I do not. I
How do
only
you know
know
about the gate?
that's for me to know. And All right. Are we done here?
We're done here.
Good. Get out of my sight.
Jaren starts walking back. He glares at Hake and kind of he just glares at Hake. If you follow us, I will gut you and feed your intestines to you.
Well, it'd be good to see you try.
Assery is going to say to Baron Wolf in Orcish again. Do you know where the gate is?
I don't know.
Then it would be my pleasure to lead you there.
Not now. After this war is done.
When you need to, meet me at Scarfate.
He nods.
I look forward to being on your side. And she will flounce after Jaren.
That was less than fruitful. This whole thing
You should not have talked.
time.
No.
He started it. I was
Jaren,
informing him of the oncoming threat. He overestimates his people's abilities.
he very well
They
might.
will not
But
be.
you should have. Well, I went into there knowing he would overestimate his men's abilities, if I have an accurate estimation of them myself. And even then, you don't tell him that his army is weak. You tell him something you can give him to sweeten the pot.
An alliance
We don't have
is not
ultimatums
enough.
we can get. We don't have ultimatums we can give. His abject surrender is not something we can get. At best, we get an alliance with Baron.
Best.
We were lucky back there to not have you die due to your insolence.
He started it.
No. You did.
He
You gave in to his
prepared
goad.
me, father.
Is that not a common thing to be done? I would have thought you had thicker scales.
I am nothing like him.
You underestimate your own abilities.
What do you mean?
Jaren, you don't negotiate.
And
For as intelligent as you are magically, you're an idiot.
what?
Would you mind saying that again?
What?
I could throw you into 100 social encounters, and you'd probably come out of 3 of them well. You are your father's son because you know nothing else to be. So stop
Not.
denying it and start working for it.
I don't want to be like him.
Then don't make threats. Don't say things in threatening manners. Try to meet people on their terms, not yours.
And their terms. What if their terms are stupid?
Then meet them there anyways. It requires tact, Jaren.
What are we
Now we
doing
should probably be
here?
back to Scarfate. Putting another side to the war. Making sure the king loses. If that's what we're calling him now. Go over this again, will you? Your father's armies. How do they stack up against the High Kings? Well,
Well, the High King has the entire might of all the other lords on his side.
and how does that compare? Of the lords, who's the
Not
strongest?
well. Patrick?
Oh, definitely. Oh, of the lore specifically, or
The
because
lords, yes.
technically Firandel is not the High King.
Yeah,
No, but
If
we're
we're
calling him the
okay,
king.
close enough.
of the lords, most likely, honestly, your father would be the second strongest, but just his might is not compared to the might of the other three.
So
Other
who
Exactly.
two,
is
I
the
believe.
strongest?
I am checking my notes real quick. The next strongest would be Mortimer Stormbjorn.
He would be
Lord,
the
Lord
total strongest of the
Stormbjorn?
lords.
Yes, Mortimer Stormbjorn.
Is the strongest of the lords.
The next strongest after
Lord,
Mavrock. In terms of
you
fire,
said
intro
Maverick
power.
was the second strongest.
You said
Yes.
Mavrock was second. Who's first?
Who's
Oh no, I
Is that
meant
Firandel?
yeah, Firandel is the strongest.
Firendel's
I
the strongest,
figured.
then Mavrock, then
Then Mortimer.
Stormjorn.
Mortimer.
Mortimer. Okay, so we need Mortimer's help. Also, how much stronger?
In terms of military might,
What?
what?
Yeah, in terms of
Nothing.
military might,
Yeah, in terms of military might, he's decently strong. Not in from what you've heard of battles in the past. He how he fights battles is basically throw enough soldiers at it until it dies.
Firendel specifically?
Mortimer.
Mortimer. Okay. How much stronger is Firendel than
A
or is X?
decent amount. Mainly
Like
because so
say
two
1.5
things.
times?
One, Mavrock may be more tactically inclined than Firandel is, but Firandel has the better army.
Okay.
Like they're better trained, better equipment, and all that, and more of them. While for Mortimer, for example, he has a lot of men who are not very good.
Okay.
He just has a lot of
He
them.
just has a
But
lot of them.
if we get Mortimer on our side, we can get Mortimer's numbers with Xexu's strategy.
Yes.
Okay, so Mortimer is probably the best person to get on our side. Of the lords, is there one behind Mortimer but still notable?
There are two more lords. I'm just going to name them off. There is Octavian Malvar, who is the Lord of Saxondale, and Julian Kale, who is the Lord of Claythorpes. Octavian would be the next best one. Julian is a lot more diplomatic, and even though he doesn't have a
Okay.
terrible army, it's just not.
Who conquers
The best.
trade of all of them?
Oh, Julian.
Julian. Okay. Before Mortimer, actually, we need to get Julian.
So
on our
if
side.
we're thinking of this like total war, Firandel has the best, has the highest quality of everything. Mavrock has really good generals. Mortimer just makes the most troops. Julian just sends diplomats to everybody to get trade routes, and Octavian has spies and assassins.
Wow, we really need those other two.
Especially those other two.
Yeah.
You know, see,
So-
that helped actually
Say-
put it
say
in
that
total war
in-game.
terms.
Yeah, so Jaren would give his best retelling of that
Mhm.
Apache just said.
Then we need to speak with Julian.
This is assuming that Lord Durand has not already gotten all the lords on his side.
It's fortunate that we can teleport then.
It is. Is it? Dire,
Yes.
as Dire appears.
Yes.
What's Julian the Lord of
Claythorpes?
Claythorpes? Would you please take us to the palace in Claythorpes?
Yes, sir. You'll
Why
be
We
are
don't
you
need a
stuttering?
civil.
What?
You don't need to stutter.
I
And you don't need to
sorry.
smile.
This is merely how I talk.
Uh-huh. Anyways, can you take us to
Well,
Claythorpes, please?
You don't
Yes,
have to
yes.
grovel.
Dyer grabs both of you, and you both disappear. A cloud of smoke. And reappear right outside the castle. Two guards stand there and just
Good morning.
Hello.
There's a
hello.
urgent there's a urgent message that needs to get to Julian. What's his last name?
Kale.
Julian Kale.
Lord Kale.
And it's a matter of diplomacy.
All
Perhaps.
right.
At the moment.
How did you do that?
Magic. It's one of the more
Magic.
fun things you can do.
Right. The Lord is not taking anyone today. In fact, the
It is
Lord
amazing.
is not.
Most
The
important.
Lord is not
Regarding
here
the,
today, and the Lord is out in
Where is he?
Eastbourne with the others.
Where
I
are they? Are they all in Eastbourne?
As far as I know.
Ooh, Eastbourne is Ursexu's place, right?
No, that's
No.
Durand.
That's Farandol's place.
Durand.
Durand's. Oh, bad.
Jaren just kind
I
of
can-
looks
I can
at
hold a message.
Devasri like, it is best to be spoken in person. Do you know perhaps when he will be returning?
No, I was not given that information.
Who would know that?
Milady?
Can I borrow some Quillen ink? Is that somewhere around here?
You could probably go find a shop.
Milady what?
Annoying.
Uh,
I would like to write a message
Kale?
for. I would like to write a message for Lord Kale whenever he returns, or if I could speak with Lady Kale.
Oh,
Where is Lady
it'd
Kale
probably
at this
be-
time?
in the castle, but it's probably not the best idea to just let anyone just go in.
Does Lady Kale accept diplomatic visitors?
Sometimes. Usually
It
we're
is a matter of utmost importance.
um. Can you roll diplomacy?
Okay.
I roll diplomacy, please?
Actually, I got a 22.
Nice.
All right.
I have a plus 10.
I'll just go with you and to Lady Kale.
Thank you.
Follow me. And the guard takes you in, leads you to the throne room where you see this gorgeous woman with long blonde hair and this blue dress sitting on the throne next to the main throne, but that one is empty.
The pastor will take a deep bow and say, well, what time of day is it actually?
Like 4 o'clock.
Good afternoon, my lady.
Good afternoon. These fine witches wanted to speak with you. Yeah.
Lady, if you may, do you have control over trade negotiations as the Lord Knight, or do those specifically have to go through him?
I am in on the discussions, though I am not completely in charge of them.
There is a matter we wish to discuss with you.
Who might you two be?
Oh, this is this as well might not be particularly well known is Jarner Zexu, who is running away currently. But
Ursexu.
Jaren just gives a little sigh and looks at Veloci.
I am Devassery, a emissary from Scarfate, which has recently been cured of its undead problem.
Oh, has it? That's quite good.
In fact, I was specifically wanting to speak with the Chaos to see if there might be an idea of setting up some sort of trade center there.
I will speak with the advisors, and we'll see if we can send a diplomat over to discuss.
Thank you, milady.
Is that all that you came for?
The rest should probably be discussed specifically with the advisors, but I felt it was best to to notify you of this as shortly as possible.
Well, thank you. I will let Lord Kale know when he arrives.
And
I will take a bow
when
and
will
say,
he be arrived?
I'm unsure. He was invited to Eastbourne to discuss events and negotiations.
do you know specifically if all of the lords will be there?
I believe they should be.
I
Though,
heard tensions were high with the Urzexu specifically.
yes, it's not likely that they were invited, but who knows?
I see. Thank you again, anyways. Can you lead us out? I say to the guard.
Yeah. Good day, my lady.
That is not what I wished to discuss.
That is what we should be discussing, though. I say this to Jaren, as the rest of it would be either rumor mongering or entirely unhelpful to anyone's situation.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Baron Uzexu?
Basri will
My
fade back
lady.
at this point.
I do believe your husband is about to make a grave mistake.
And what mistake would that be?
Joining forces with Lord Durand against the Urzexus.
And why is that?
I have on good word that Lord Durand is not to be trusted this time.
Why is that?
Do you know anything of the situation with the what was Philip's title? Marquis.
Marquis.
Do you know anything of the situation with the Marquis Durand?
Yes, unfortunate.
What is that situation that you've heard, may I ask?
I believe the young Marquis, the one who killed King Galagel, with the help of your father.
I have come to tell you that is not the case.
Is it not?
No. For I was there personally when Marquis Durand and was saving the king and then entrusted his majesty into the care of Lord Durand.
And why would I trust your word over anyone else's?
If you have magic of any kind, you would see. Memories do not lie.
I'm not sure what you want me to do here.
I want you to trust that siding with Lord Durand in this coming conflict is an error of judgment. And I urge you greatly to discuss with your husband when he returns. Please.
We shall see.
I apologize for the intrusion, my lady. And Jaren starts to leave. uh, did Devassi like just leave the palace?
She faded back, but without the soldier to guide her, she didn't feel comfortable leaving.
That's fair. Jaren would step out and say, "If you would please lead us out."
Oh, all right. There's time this way. And he leads you out.
Once
Jaren
we were
kind of steps
outside,
out. Jaren just like kind of looks around. He's like, "What happened?"
thank you for the lovely visit. Yes, we should be headed back to Scarfate now.
What just happened?
Truthfully, I do not know.
I feel weird.
Did you not try to threaten her?
No.
Then congrats. You feel like a normal person.
Do you not threaten me on the regular?
No. See, when I threaten you, her hand is going to ignite in fire. This happens.
Supposed to scare me.
You would if you knew what it could do. Anyways,
It's fire. You know what fire does. Dyer.
I insult you much more often
Yes,
than I actually
my
threaten you.
lord.
Lord, I am not that. Would you please take us back to
You
Karen?
you are
Kyron.
you
Not
are my
Karen.
lord.
Please, not Karen.
Please,
Not
Karen,
Karen.
actually. That would be amazing.
Do not take us to Karen. Do not listen to her. She is not your lord. Take us to Karen. Kyron, take us to
My
Kyron.
pleasure it would be if I was.
And Dyer will take you back to Kyron.
Yes.
You.
Kyron, we have returned.
That you have. Did you have a successful trip?
Successful as can
I
be.
don't know.
There are things I need to discuss with you.
More things.
Yes,
Before
this stuff
you
is
guys-
actually having to do with Scarfate itself.
Before you do that, Kyron, do you know anything about a door on Scarfate?
What sort
A
of door?
magic door. A magic door.
There are many magic
One that
doors.
needs a key. One that needs a specific kind of key.
Heart. He's talking about the
Like a
heart of
rock.
Kamlisle.
You mean the black?
Yes.
You mean the black gate?
Probably, yes.
What?
The black gate.
Have you known about this the whole time?
Yes.
When...
It wasn't important until now, Jarin. After all, we didn't tell
He
him
knew we
that the
had
heart was in.
heart. We were going to ask if we could... We asked if we could hide the heart here at some point.
Hmm.
And then Philip took it with
Do
him.
you understand how bad of an idea it would be to hide a lock on the same island as its key?
I didn't suggest it.
Yes, which is why he probably said no. It is nice to know
What
that you
can
know
you
what gate we're talking about.
Can you tell us anything about this door? Can you?
I know nothing.
Please.
I merely know
But
of
you
its
know what it's
location.
called.
Yes. Yes, I do. Unfortunately.
How do you know its name?
Why is it unfortunate?
It is not a pleasant thing to know.
Doesn't seem particularly unpleasant to me.
It is a dangerous thing. One that I would
Dangerous
have
how?
preferred to be left unknown.
Probably dangerous like the heart is dangerous.
No. No, quite different.
Really?
Heart.
In
Do you know
a
anything about
magical
it?
way that could possibly tear apart the island?
Perhaps.
'Cause that's what I was talking about.
It is a possibility, yes.
As much as I wish to discuss that, I think that is the least of our concerns at the moment.
Agreed.
For as far as I am aware, the only army set in stone is yours.
The rest of it we'll have to wait for Philip on, probably.
Philip is naive.
And I suppose it would be better to say we'll have to wait for Leilani on that.
Better.
It's not a good guarantee,
I,
but there's nothing we
I
can
just
do.
hope Philip senses, realizes that working with my father is a death sentence.
Idiotic. There's a lot of things you can call it, actually.
He would become a martyr.
Who says he doesn't want to be?
If he does, he is foolish. Hmm. Philip will
Do you have
ever be.
anything else you need to say?
Devossary.
Yes. I'm asking if you had anything else you need to say, because
Do you
I need to
think
talk
Philip
trade
will
routes.
listen to me?
Sorry, what?
Think Philip will ever listen to me?
No,
Why?
because you're an idiot, and your father's one of the most untrustworthy people in the world, and
He trusts
there
my
are a couple of
father.
other. Well, and he's an idiot, so he might exactly listen to you. He might not listen to you because he has your father's ear, because your father has his ear. He also might not listen to you because you're a jerk. He also might not listen to you because you don't seem to have any power.
He listens to people who are jerks all the time. What makes me different?
You don't have power.
Power is one of the few things he cares about.
Yeah, and he's an idiot for it. Ioni should talk some sense into him.
Sometimes I question if he's fighting his father for the right reasons. He says it's not. He said it wasn't for power, but what if it is? What if he's lying to himself and the rest of us?
I don't think he is. But really, I couldn't
Like
care.
you are the best judge of character.
And what are you trying to insinuate with that?
Nothing at all.
No. You are trying to insinuate something. What?
It does need to be said. This infighting will get us nowhere.
Really? I thought it would get us everywhere.
Huh? I've done my part. Let the armies do theirs.
Okay. Now then, Karen, I do have a question. What is your surname? Yes. I don't think I've ever heard it.
Iron Cornelius Percival Warwick the Third.
So Warwick?
Yes,
Boric?
Warwick.
Okay. Another thing, this is actually Nate forgetting because I'm pretty sure it was told of us. What is Karen's relationship with Karen?
Well, originally you thought he was like his son or something. He's actually just a random boy that was kept alive and brought
Oh.
up as his son.
Where's Karen?
Karen left to be with the
I see.
church.
What do you plan to do with this place when you eventually fade?
I was hoping there would be someone to take it over for me when I'm gone.
You're a noble, aren't you?
Yes. But I never had any children. And if I did, they would be long dead.
I don't suppose you'd allow me to help you with that.
That would be helpful.
Not give you children.
Yeah.
That
No.
is,
No, that is... No.
Jaren just like plugs his ears and says, I don't need to hear that.
Then leave.
You are far too young.
That's what I was thinking. I would probably need training in matters of date and such, but I could help you run this place
It would be nice.
and take care of it.
It needs to be taken care of. Thank you.
Also, we probably would need to produce something here. Was there anything that it would have produced a while ago?
Lumber.
There aren't any trees anymore.
There are.
Oh, there's still a forest.
It is no longer dead. Nice and alive.
What kind of terrain is Scarfate? Is it like all forest?
It's mostly forest. But it's mostly just this castle, which is kind of like a town in the center, and various clearings,
Big
but
castle.
mostly forest.
Where did this castle get its wealth?
Trade and mainly we have quite an abundance of fish surrounding Scotland. Why do you ask these things, Devasari?
I got in contact with the largest holder, or the largest proctor of trade in the Isles and was hopefully setting up a trade route through here.
That would be good. That should be quite good. Thank you. Is there anything else you wish to discuss? Either of you.
Can I stay here for the night?
Of course,
If it comes
you
time
may
to fight,
stay as long as you like.
Garen, if it comes time to fight, who would lead you?
Well, I expected you would.
I don't lead.
Why not?
Trust me. That's my brother's job.
And is he any good at it?
No. He's a fuck wrong.
And yet it is his
No,
job. I am not a fighter. I cannot
don't
go
lead
out in there
armies.
and lead. I'm far too old. And I have no one else.
The armies to war.
Perhaps it is now your time to do so.
I've never been a warrior, have I? No, not at all.
Not every leader must be a warrior. All they must do is fight.
I didn't hear half of what you just said.
Did either of you hear what I just said?
Something about he's not a
heard
leader. I was
half of
checking
it.
the map.
Not every leader has to be a warrior. All they must do is fight.
You don't even have to fight on the
Warriors.
front lines.
That is the problem. I'm not a leader. I think evident. Right. Yes.
As I said, perhaps it's time for you to learn.
Learning to lead during a time of war sounds like an uphill battle.
Everything will be an uphill battle from here on out.
Truly. Very well, if there is no one else. You sure there's no one else?
Yes.
I will do what I must. I guess.
That is all. I must rest.
It's
been a long day for me.
Day.
Yes, it has, hasn't it? And it's
Gonna
not
be a
even yet
Karen.
over.
long few weeks.
Would you like to do a practice bout with me?
Huh? Who are you talking to?
Jaren, we're going to be doing a lot of fighting.
What?
I want to see a test of your skills.
Kyron, do you have dummies?
Yes.
Do you have skeletons that I could use?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think
I was thinking between the two of us, casters.
Great. Okay. Okay.
I think that would be a good place to end it.
And we do this practice bout just before we end it. It's just
It-
one
That's
combat
all right.
thing.
If you will. If you wish.
Don't hurt me. I mean, don't kill me.
Probably not. I just want to show you how much damage this fire can do.
Why? Do we have
You weren't afraid of it.
to do that?
You said you weren't afraid of my fire.
I said, I can listen. You don't have to fight me for that. We don't have to have a combat this session. We don't.
I think we do. It's just before a rest, and I honestly want to see what John can do.
I think I'm done.
All right.
Coward.
Yes, I am. Aaron is today. Besides, we've been playing for over 2 hours. Let us stop.
No.
What? What do you mean,
I'm gonna look at the camera and go, thank you for joining us. It has been a while.
Yes,
I
thank
do
you for
not know when
joining
we'll
us.
be able to play again.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully
It better
soon.
be soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.